right, Roger Williams here for a very special episode of LoadFactor. We are at the Freddy's, and I'm joined here by this dapper gentleman, Ben Ashwell from Loylogic.
Hey,
Ben,
Roger.
how you been?
Good to see you. Yeah, very good, very good. Thanks.
It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
Slightly jet lagged, but as always, when I see you, I'm over this side of the pond. But it's great to be here.
Yeah, well, you may have a British accent, but he does live in Switzerland, which is where Loylogic is based.
Absolutely.
And a little bit of a background on Loylogic. You guys have been doing some really interesting things for the last few years. I remember you started out with a slider.
Absolutely.
You know,
back in 2005.
Yeah.
And we launched with our inaugural program launch with Etihad Guest and the slider, which introduced the first options of redemptions of 1 mile and above, allowing customers to be able to get access to their programs, even if they don't use it as frequently as some of the airlines demand. So it created a whole new way of leveraging the programs and getting customers engaged from day one.
Excellent. You've acquired lots of partners. Customers are using your platforms. I get a press release from you every so often, and it's always very exciting news. It always has a patent or a trademark attached to it, and now again you have something new. And tell us what this is.
Yeah, this is a completely different slant on the industry, and you know, we've been focusing on customer engagement and maximizing programs and encouraging customers to use and redeem for things outside of the core offering from the airlines. Traditionally, they've been talking about using their points for flights on the seats. We're trying to give them different ways to do it, different things that are going to attract to different customers, and maybe appeal to those who don't necessarily want to take another flight with their points after they've spent the last 7 days flying back and forth from the US. The new process and the new product we've brought to market is called PointsPay, and what PointsPay is going to do is allow the customers to completely transfer their points across into a cash value. They do this through a mobile application at the moment, and it allows them to be able to install this app, check the number of points they have and convert it into a currency of their choice from 100 currencies. They then can transfer the balance of those points across onto either a virtual card which appears on their phone or into a plastic card which they hold in their wallet.
So wait. Let me stop you before you whip this out. Easy now. You know.
I'm getting excited.
Come on, we're in Jersey here. You just can't be reaching in. I know you're an English guy. You just can't be reaching into your jacket like that. All right. So let's just rewind a little bit. Do you realize what he just said? So they've come up with a way for people to take their loyalty points, turn that into cash, and use cash for what you normally would use cash for. And here in New Jersey, God knows what that is.
You can buy it for a beer or whatever you want.
Do you realize how long companies have been trying to do that successfully? I've known for years a lot of guys trying to do that, and it's never worked.
Absolutely.
Why are you different?
We've taken the issue in the past has been the fact that the merchants have always had to do something. There's millions and millions of merchants out there of different sizes with different technology at their point of sale. We can't ask every single one of those to change just because we've got a program in the world that's going to allow a few million customers to be able to use their points when they choose to do it.
Exactly.
So taking the strain off those merchants was always the challenge. And if we could find a way to equip the customer with the tools to be able to use their points the way they want to, then we were going to solve the problem. And that's what PointsPay's achieved.
Ah. So what do you have here?
So this is my PointsPay card. It's a simple credit card.
All right.
It's got the Visa emblem, so it can be used anywhere. A Visa is accepted.
Right.
And
let's go.
Yeah, absolutely, go for it.
So it's got your Visa logo, and it has a microcontroller because it's Europe chip and pin.
Absolutely.
All right. So can a card like this be issued in the U.S.? Is this available in the U.S. right now?
There's no reason why we couldn't issue from the U.S. We do have all of our cards are currently issued out of an issuer in Switzerland. We've launched this with Etihad, who was again the client that we first started with the slider with, right. And they're our obviously one of our longest standing and most recognised partners. But we are issuing the card today from Switzerland. We recognise that as we grow this and we bring on more clients using PointsPay, we're going to need to adopt some other issuers as well, just to make that production much more straightforward.
Right. How is this catching on? I realize it's new, but do you have any early data of the take-up with customers for PointsPay?
You know what? As yet we don't, and I look forward to talking to you about it more as to how things have gone. We've been running a beta with 40 customers for the last couple of months. Right. I've been fortunate to be selected one of those as part of Loylogic.
That's why you have the card in your wallet.
That's why I have the card in my wallet, and that's why I'm transacting. But we're going to roll it out to a wider test zone over the next couple of months. Right. There's going to be a few hundred subscribers who have all signed up from Etihad. The bit of data I do have is that everybody's chomping at the bit. Etihad are getting calls every day. They want to be part of this. They want to be the first ones to use it, and they want to be able to use their points in this way. So we know that there's a huge appetite for it. In terms of data, talk to me in 3 months.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's very exciting because we're here in front of the bar, which, the Freddy's are going to start very shortly. That's going to go on for a while, and people are going to come right back to this bar and be here till 3 in the morning. So I'm wondering if if I have an Etihad Guest card in my pocket and your program attached to it, maybe I could run a bar tab with my loyalty points.
You absolutely could, Roger. I mean, I don't know if your bar tabs would hold up to the number of points in your Etihad account, but that's certainly a way that you could think about it in the future. Maybe just get it for a couple of friends rather than everyone here that knows you so well.
So is it really worth it, the conversion and all? You know, when I convert my points over to get a little bit of money to run a tab or buy some flowers for my wife or something like that, I mean, is the conversion... I mean, is it transparent to the customer? Or do you think they're really willing to part with whatever? Cause I'm sure you have to make money somewhere, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it will be attractive to the customers. I think there's two things really. One is that the programs are going to have the ability to control the price that they sell these points for. They can also use our business rules engine to be able to determine that the top customers are going to get a better price than perhaps some of the others. So they can keep those controls. The other thing is that we've seen more and more in the loyalty industry over the last couple of years, particularly with the likes of the Pay with Points from American Express a couple of years ago. Customers are willing to pay more for the flexibility, and taking the difficulty out of redemption has always been another challenge that we've been trying to face. And if customers have huge amounts of points or if they have small amounts of points, making it easy is something they'll pay for.
Wow, that's very interesting, and I assume that you'll be offering that to other industries as well, not just the airline industry.
Absolutely. The world is a huge oyster at the moment, and we're just trying to work out exactly where to take this next. We'd like to expand it, particularly into North America. We'd like to find some new airlines there, but across the hotel industry, the retail industry, the finance industry, we want to try and get into some of the alliances and see if they want to do it and help them make their currency more liquid as well. So there really is no stopping this product turning into something absolutely huge, and all we need to do is to find out how we can actually harness it and take it forward.
Fantastic. Well, all the way from the slider to a revolutionary platform, I'd say, PointsPay, Loylogic, represented here by Ben Ashwell at the Freddy's. Having a good time. Ben, it's been a pleasure. Thank you
very much, Roger. Cheers. Take care.
Thank you.